Big news roundup today. Jeff popped in with a developer update and was sure to say that there is another one on its way. This is the short one. What do you think it is, guys? Huh? Remember I've talked about that summer update that was supposed to be coming for the past, 12 years? Do you think maybe it's right around the corner during summer games? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think it might be. But for now, we'll talk about what Jeff explicitly talked about. Of course, we've already known that there was going to be changes to the scheduling of the events coming up, and a small buff to the event overall, and more to come apparently, according to Jeff. So this is the fact. Summer Games is coming soon, sooner than we think. So what does that mean, Jeff? Tomorrow? In a week? Probably not 2, because that wouldn't be that soon, but we'll see on that. But more importantly, they're changing how the events work, where now, inside the events, there'll be weekly mini challenges for you to unlock skins from the event. That's really cool. I think everybody likes those mini events, but now they're also inside the major event, giving you an alternate way to earn up to some of the best skins. He also said there's other changes as well, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what that will be. But if it's like those improvements, I would say it's a positive step forward, although we've kind of needed event revamps for a long time, so this might feel a little bit too little too late, but we'll see what they got in store. The even bigger point of news is that the next hero, 31, is a he. Please be Maga. Please be Maga. Come on, just say it's Maga. But will be released later than what we're used to. Well, what does that mean? We've covered this in the past. Well, normally the hero around this time would have been already announced. Ana, July 12th. Doomfist, July 6th. Wrecking Ball, June 28th. So by all metrics, we're already late for the new hero, which I wonder what Jeff means by that. Are we a few weeks out from the main hero? Is it going to come after this Summer Games event? There's also a bit of the confusing part about putting the hero on the PTR. The dates I gave you were when they were announced. I mean, that's technically released in my mind. We get to play it on the PTR, but they're not officially released until usually a few weeks after they're announced to the PTR anyway. So yeah, maybe bad news if you wanted the new hero quicker, but I guess we'll just have to get accustomed to this new release schedule. It feels a little annoying, like changing your clock on daylight savings or something. Oh, I lose an hour of sleep? Well, that sounds terrible. Why do we even do that? Kind of feel the same way with this, but Jeff says that he is awesome, and I'm all but convinced he is going to be Maga, and I agree. He is very awesome, and I want him tomorrow. So get cracking, Jeff. Jeff also talked about some other improvements. They added subtitles of the PTR, of course. They're looking to do more things like that to help the accessibility of the game, but he also mentioned improvements to the anti-cheat system, where we've already reported that you get refunded SR if a cheater is found in a game you've played. It comes up with a little pop-up to tell you that has happened. But now if you've realized matches have been getting canceled where one of the players just seemingly drops out during matchmaking, well, that's Blizzard pulling out the big boot to kick out a cheater in a game before it even happens. And in that instance, nobody is penalized and you just move on. I never felt cheating was a big deal in Overwatch anyway, but now they're getting even more strict, which, hey, I'm fine with that. Well, that's gonna be everything for the developer update news. Now we're gonna move on to the community news section of the video. First up, major problem with D.Va's defense matrix. The bug was originally found by Facosa88, shared on the forums by Richie Cahelli back on Reddit, and you're gonna be shocked at the results of this bug. In this first clip, it's hard to see, but some of the bullets are actually going through, implying a bit of an inconsistent range. Now, that might be due to Bastion spread, and there might be a reason for that, but the next ones are definitely problematic, where as soon as the defense matrix is touching a wall, the rest of it just stops working. Really, really bad. They need to fix this immediately. It is probably a big reason why D.Va's feeling weaker right now than she may otherwise should be, is this bug plaguing her gameplay. We can even see this in some in-game examples where our Widow player in front of us needs help from our defense matrix, but as Widows do, peeking around a corner, well, we physically can't cover them if our matrix even touches a wall, or else it just stops working. I assumed most of D.Va's woes were due to the nerfs that came through to her, but I think this bug is bigger than any of those. And if they fix this, D.Va might actually feel competitive again. I mean, it's been obvious that D.Va's felt weaker to play overall, and I think this explains a bigger percentage of it than even the nerfs have. With this in mind, you probably could still get use out of D.Va, knowing that you can't have it hit any walls, but otherwise I would say you probably should still stay away. While we're at it, Blizzard, there's a bunch of interactions with Defense Matrix that I think can get cleaned up, most notably, and I know a lot of you agree with this as well, eating Halt as D.Va feels really wonky, and I don't know why. It doesn't feel like you can reliably nab it like you can with many of the other cooldowns. And we've talked a lot about possible rebalancing coming in, if 222 comes in and all that, were the nerfs too much to D.Va. Put all that to one side. I think cleaning up her performance, making her work would be a good start, but also the reliability of those interactions might see her be in a completely different state. The next news story is about Bronze to GM, a challenge that many streamers go on. This was discussed at longer length on Reddit, but popularized by a comment Seagull made. Here's Seagull's opinion on the matter.
So a lot of people do like Bronze to GM, that you just ruin like dozens of games, right? But unranked to GM, you end up usually not too far down.
Bronze to GM, if you don't know, is when a highly rated player acquires an account, which is kind of against terms of service as far as I know, already at a low rank and then plays on it to grind up to a higher rank. This is very different from unranked to GM, where if you buy a new account, well then, right from the get-go, the MMR adjustment system kicks in right away, and it can tell how good you are and roughly place you amongst peers of that skill level much more quickly, which is the major difference. A new account, you'll largely avoid playing against lower ranked players once the system catches on to where about you should be, whereas acquiring an account you didn't play on originally, or maybe you even threw to keep it down into Bronze just to start the challenge, then all of a sudden you unlock your superpowers, go full 0 to 100 real quick, and stomp your way up the ladder. The bigger conversation in all of this is sort of the morality of playing on an alt account at all, or if there's a gray area in between that this isn't as offensive as people may think. In truth, an interesting aspect of this is that there's widespread belief that the ranking system holds you down. Meanwhile, these guys jump on one of those accounts and then get 70, 100 SR per win because they're just blowing the stats out of the water, and as Seagull says, ruining those games. That's in truth what does happen. Nobody wants to hear that, but that's the truth. The skill gap in Overwatch isn't linear, it's exponential, meaning that if you're a GM player in Bronze, you're not just like 5 times better than a Bronze player. You're maybe 100, 1,000 times better than a Bronze player. And what the SR adjustment system is intending to do is to keep those players out of those lobbies. And in reality, what the SR adjustment system does is boost people too highly, which is often when you make an alternate account, it will place higher than where you normally rank at, but that's not because you belong a rank higher. That's because the SR boost system is trying to stop any alt from farming lower ranks, even at the expense of putting a player higher than they should be. So I'm not sure where I stand on this. I kind of like seeing streamers do this because it just dispels all of the falsehoods that so many people spread about how it's impossible to rank up. But at the same time, I just wish people didn't think that, but we also weren't abusing players that are just trying to learn the game. Alt accounts in Overwatch are actually incredibly obnoxious and a big deal. Not just for playing at a rank lower than where you're supposed to be, but also because often players are apathetic when they play on those accounts. They don't care if they win or lose. They just play whatever hero they want. You'd like to think that if a role lock / role queue gets implemented simultaneously, that will kind of solve that anyway, because everyone will be forced to do that on both sides, so you won't have these big mismatches. But yeah, alt accounts have just been a massive problem for a long time, especially on consoles, even worse there. And I don't know what Blizzard can do other than require like SMS phone verification just to play on ranked. Even that can be abused, but it makes it difficult to have more than like 5 accounts, I would say. Like you pretty easily can get 5 relatives or friends to let you use their cell phone to verify an account, but it is a finite number as opposed to an infinite number that you basically can have if you just keep making accounts. The other things I wanted to share with you was some awesome artwork. First one by the legend Toysivore, who's made an entire line of this Once Upon a Time theme for skins, the newest one being this Gingerbread Doomfist, which just looks so cool. I think I just love the idea of punching my enemy with a cookie fist, but to be fair, gingerbread's so hard it might actually be harder than the normal metal version. This one is a Rapunzel Widowmaker Maker, gun model taking the term candy paint to a whole new level, Grandma Anna, who apparently won her battle against the big bad wolf, now wearing him, Grandma Anna takes no prisoners, Little Red Riding Hood Farah, looking extra clean, and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast for Reinhardt. This one fits quite naturally, I'd say. But next is a crazy one that actually is old, but I'm pretty sure we've never covered this on the channel before, and if you remember, there was a whole host of old hero concepts Blizzard made during development of even finding out the art style of Overwatch, and this one is of Recluse, fully realized by the artist Dark Luster, and this character looks really mean. Art style really reminding of the StarCraft aesthetic, that sort of complicated sci-fi look. Of course, this doesn't fit in Overwatch anymore because they've changed to more of a positive, uplifting superhero aesthetic, but still really cool nonetheless. Now, for the last section of the video, we have a special treat for you. Eddie had the opportunity to go down to the Atlanta homestand, and there we captured a interview with the legendary MVP of the 2018 season, Jonak, and we'll have that play out the video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. That's it for me. I'll catch you guys next time.
Right, so first of all, huge fan. Thank you for doing the interview. In this stage, you're not playing as much Zen, which you're very famous for, but your Ana is something that I've personally looked at a lot and analyzed for the channel. I just want to get your opinion on Ana as a character and how much you enjoy playing her compared to someone like Zenyatta.
일단 최근에 제라타를 많이 안 하고 와나를 많이 하잖아요. 그래서 이분이 뭐 분석을 원래 하셨는데 분석을 뭐 했는데 어떤 간에 질문은 제라타랑 비교해서 아나는 어떤 캐릭이고 뭐 왜 좋아하는지 그 정도만 하는 것 같아요.
아나는 제니아타랑 비교 한번 해보자면은 일단 제니아타보다 좀 재밌는 캐릭터고, 왜냐하면 일단 수면총이라든지 힐벤 그런 변수 같은 스킬이 많아가지고 많이 다른 것 같고, 일단 비교적으로 아나가 훨씬 더 재밌어요, 제니아타보다.
He said it's more fun for him. It's more fun to play Ana than Zen because Ana has more kits that like impact the game more, like sleep darts or like anti.
Yeah.
So he just said like I enjoy playing. He enjoys playing Ana more than Zen.
Oh wow, that's quite incredible. So, a question about the team with Seagull coming back playing so much Sombra. From the outside looking in, it appears that Seagull was kind of like an emotional leader for the team. I'm just wondering if Jonak agrees with that idea from outside, and if he does, like, what difference does it make to Jonak's game and NYXL in general?
최근에 세럴비가 돌아와가지고 이제 많이 뛰는데 세럴비가 원래 약간 리더잖아요. 그래서 첫 번째 질문은 세럴비가 돌아와서 약간 정신적인 리더가 돌아왔다. 이게 맞는 말인가요? 그리고 두 번째 질문이 세럴비가 돌아와가지고 토락은 어떻게 좀 플레이가 더 좋아진다, 바뀐 점이 있나요? 세럴비가 돌아오기로?
두 번째 질문 뭐라고요?
그러니까 세럴비가 돌아와서 쪼락이 더 좋아졌다거나 더 뭐 게임하기 쉬워졌다거나 그런 점이 있나요?
일단 첫 번째 질문은 일단 세벨비 형이 이번에 와가지고 좀 오랜만에 온 거잖아요. 그래서 시즌 1마냥 좀 일단 리더 역할을 충실히 해주는 것 같고, 두 번째 질문은 세벨비 형이 와서 제가 좀 달라진 점은 그냥 게임이 더 재미있어진 것 같아요. 종현 형이 와가지고.
It's been a while since Severby. I mean, he's been playing now, but then before that, when he first came back, before that it took a very long time not playing. So when he came back, he definitely did his job as a leader, and then definitely like an emotional leader. And then when Severby came back, Jordan kind of felt like it was season 1 again, like. 두 번째 질문이 뭐라 했죠? 세벨 돌아와서
그냥 재밌어졌다.
Yeah, so it felt like season 1 again. Like it's more fun to play since Severby is starting lineup now.
Oh, fantastic! And just a couple more. With the rumored switch to 2-2-2 that's coming, it's our opinion that New York are one of the best prepared teams in the league because they have great players that haven't been playing, like Sabiobi, like Pine. I just wonder, within the team, are they looking at 2-2-2 and looking positively like we're going to dominate, like we're better prepared than the other teams per se? Is that something they believe?
이제 2-2-2가 된다는 루머가 있잖아요. 그래서 된다고 치면 이제 많은 사람들이 뉴욕을 좀 강팀으로 뽑는 게 이제 세델비도 트레도 되고 뭐 파인 위도도 있고 되게 딜러 잘하는 사람이 많잖아요. 그래서 다른 사람들은 밖에서는 이제 우리 팀 밖에서는 다른 사람들이 보기에는 뉴욕이 되게 세질 것 같은데 허락 생각이 어떨 것 같나요? 투투투로 바뀌면 우리가 잘질 것 같나요? 뭐
일단 제 생각에도 투투투가 되면은 저희 팀 확실히 더 강해질 것 같고 왜냐하면 저희 딜러 선수분들이 투투투 때 확실히 더 잘하고 일단 저도 제가 생각하기에 저는 일단 투투투 메타 때 더 잘하는 것 같아가지고 강팀 될 것 같아요.
Yeah, so he agrees that he thinks that once the 2-2 role is locked, if that happens, then NYXL will be definitely a strong team because we have a lot of good DPS players who have a lot of experience playing 2-2 comps in the past, and they've been really, really good. And Jodak himself believes he is better in 2-2 comps.
Okay, fantastic. And just one more fun question. Obviously, he got a fantastic skin for being last season's MVP. He definitely got my vote. I'm a huge fan. And he's obviously in the running for this year as well. So if he wins again, what character would he like a skin for if he gets another one?
쪼락이 만약에 MVP를 또 탄다면 이번 시즌에 이번에는 베라타 이미 스킨 나왔잖아요. 다른 캐릭터 어떤 캐릭터 스킨을 원하세요?
이번에도 MVP를 받게 된다면 아나로 될 것 같은데 아나 된다면 또 낙지로 만들어 달라 할 것 같습니다.
So if he does end up winning MVP again, he'll want an Anna skin obviously, and he'll probably want like the octopus type of skin again.
Fantastic. All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.